Hey, I'm John Cannell, and today on Preppy Kitchen we're making some zingy, delicious lemon cookies. So let's get started. First off, in a medium bowl, I'm adding 2 cups or 240 grams of all-purpose flour. This is the basis for one of my all-time favorite soft, chewy, light and zingy cookies. They're amazing. If you're watching this video, I hope you love lemon. To puff things up, I'm adding half a teaspoon of baking powder and half a teaspoon of baking soda. The baking soda needs an acid to react to, and this lemon cookie is full of it thanks to the lemon juice. For a little bit of contrast, I'm adding half a teaspoon of salt, and you can use nice sea salt for this. And we're gonna mix this up so everything is nice and distributed. The salt, the baking powder, the baking soda, it's all mixed in. There we go. Time to set your dry ingredients aside and grab a mixer. You could use a stand mixer or a hand mixer. Into the bowl of my stand mixer, fitted with the paddle attachment, I'm adding half a cup or 113 grams of unsalted, softened butter. So if you take a look, you can see it's really nice and pliable. Not hard at all. I could bend it, it's not gonna crack, but it's not falling apart soft. It's not gonna melt. Pop that in. And now we need to add the flavor in the form of 3 tablespoons of lemon zest. The zest of the lemon has all of the flavor from the lemon oil, so use a rasp and just get the very top layer of yellow. You don't want to have the pith, and unless you're using like organic unwaxed lemons, you should give these a really good wash first so you're not putting a bunch of wax into your cookies. Not delicious. A lot of fruits are coated in wax so they keep beautiful while they're being stored. Don't dry out. 2 more lemons to go. There's a lot of lemon zest in this. When I was developing this recipe, I wanted to just have it packed full of lemon flavor because it's one of my all-time favorite flavors. And I'm very disappointed if I have something that's supposed to be lemony, but it's not completely zingy out of this world. So we're using a lot of the zest, and we'll use some of the juice too later. And if you're wondering, this is called a naked lemon. So you ever walk into someone's house and see naked lemons, you know they're a serious cook because they're using all that zest. All right, we also want to add our sugar in, and as we mix this, all the oils and the lemon zest will get expressed, almost as if we were rubbing the lemon and sugar together on our hands to make a delicious lemon sugar. 3/4 of a cup or 150 grams of granulated sugar go right in. Just sprinkle that over. And now we're gonna mix this on medium speed until it's light and fluffy. And like I said earlier, you could use a stand mixer with a paddle attachment or a big bowl and a hand mixer. You're just gonna be here for a few minutes standing over it. Not a big deal. A few minutes later, my mixture smells so good. And if you take a look, it is light and fluffy as a lemon cloud. These should be called lemon cloud cookies. Right. I do need 2 tablespoons of fresh lemon juice, so grab one of your naked lemons, give it a slice. Oh, and lemon extract. Smells like vodka. It's like absolute citron. Okay, anywhoozle. So now we're gonna add 2 tablespoons of fresh lemon juice. Never use the bottled stuff, please. I beg of you. 1, that's 30 mils altogether. I'm also adding in 1 teaspoon of lemon extract. This is gonna be just lemon oil with alcohol and water. It smells great. If you don't have any lemon extract and you don't wanna go to the market, you can make this cookie without it. I've made it before and it's just slightly less lemony. It's not a big deal. You could even use a teaspoon of vanilla if you wanted that vibe. Totally acceptable. Carefully crack your egg with no shells escaping into your bowl. Mix on medium speed until it is nice and creamy so it's all incorporated in, and you will definitely have to scrape the bowl down because this stuff is so liquidy and the butter was nice and thick. So I just want to show you what happens. Even though it was like the perfect temperature, like so soft, you're gonna have an eggy cottage cheese look. It's okay, don't panic if that happens. Just scrape the bowl down and keep mixing. The flour will bring everything together, but I am gonna mix some more because it looks crazy right now. If you wanted a super tender, fluffy cookie, even more so than this, use somebody else's recipe. Just kidding. If you want a super tender, fluffy cookie, you can do 2 substitutions. Take a 1/4 cup of granulated sugar and replace it with brown sugar, and add 2 tablespoons of cornstarch into your flour mixture. It'll change the gluten content, it'll change the moisture of the sugar, and it'll just make everything even more tender. But this is chewy and delicious as is. Mix on medium, let's get it all incorporated. If you're wondering who can I thank for cookies, why are they so delicious? You can thank Persia in the 7th century AD. They used sugar, they made cookies, and they disseminated into Europe through the conquest of Spain. So by the 14th century, cookies were all around. Thank you. Now, this isn't perfect, but this looks much more like a cloudy, buttery lemon mixture, less cottage cheesy. It's still a bit granulated, but that's totally fine. I'm gonna sprinkle the flour in while mixing on low. And I will not mix until combined. You wanna mix until it's almost combined and you still see streaks of flour because you're gonna finish it off by hand. One of the secrets to having a tender cookie, cake, or cupcake, or anything else is not over mixing the batter. If you do that, you're going to activate the gluten. Low, and let's just start patting this in. I got it almost all in the bowl. A little pat on the back for me. This looks crazy, very floury, but I'm gonna stop right now and just finish it off by hand. Just gently use your spatula to work that flour in. And today, by the way, I'm making 2 batches of cookies because I have a lot of people to feed. So I thought I would show you the difference between the cookie in its natural state and one batch with a few drops of a lemon yellow food coloring. It's gonna taste the same, but you can tell me which one you'd prefer in the comments. Once your mixtures come together, cover it up, and we're gonna chill this for about half an hour. Towards the end of your chill time, preheat your oven to 350, and then we're gonna get to scooping and making that amazing lemon glaze. 2 batches of cookie dough chilled. It's been about 30 minutes, so we're gonna grab a 1.5 tablespoon sized scoop, scoop it out, and you have choices now. You could just plop it onto your baking sheet, or for a more finished, less crackled look, you look very crackled today. No, that's smooth. So roll it between your palms, place it there, and it'll bake up really nicely. You're gonna repeat that process for as much of the cookie dough as you have. If you have extra cookie dough and you don't want to bake it all, just freeze the cookie dough balls on a baking sheet, and then once they're frozen, transfer to a freezer bag, and then you can bake from frozen. I almost forgot to show you what my batch of yellow cookies is gonna look like. They are yellow, so you can see there's a little bit more of a lemon hue to them. That's the only difference. So once again, totally optional. You can tell me which one you like later on. My first batch of cookies is ready to go into the oven, 350 for about 10 minutes or until the edges are set and just taking on a little color. In the meantime, we're gonna make a delicious lemon icing. In you go. While my cookies bake, the easiest lemon icing is gonna come together with 1 cup of powdered sugar. It's about 120 grams. This does not have to be exact. You're really eyeballing it just to get the right consistency and flavor that you want. I also want 1 to 3 tablespoons of fresh lemon juice. Just squeeze some in a little bit at a time until you have a really nice drizzling consistency. Give it a whisk. It'll look like garbage at first. You're like, but it comes together. Have faith. A little bit more lemon juice. All right, and just like that, we have a beautiful drizzling consistency so these cookies can get completed. Once your cookies are cooled, drizzle or dip in icing, and they're ready to enjoy. They'll keep for up to 1 week in an airtight container. As promised, I baked up my 2 batches. This is the yellow one, this is the natural color, and I gotta say, they're both delicious, but personally, I prefer the natural one. It just has that beautiful light lemon color with the zest showing through. It's a perfectly sweet lemon cloud that dissolves in your mouth with a beautiful little extra bit of zing on top thanks to that glaze. I hope you get a chance to make this recipe, and if you like this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and click on my cookie playlist.